Hi, Jamarcus.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm doing all right.
Good, good. Was your day okay?
Yeah, it was okay. I just spent it all at school, so
How's
um,
school going for you?
it's doing all right. I'm at least going to classes and doing my homework.
Good, good. Well, last time we worked on setting up our errands app on our iPhone to create our to-do list. And so I want you to show me all the steps you can remember on the phone.
Okay. So first, I click on the errands app, and then I click on add a new errand, and I give it a name. So I'm gonna say that I need to do my homework, and then I describe my homework, and I'm going to say for Spanish, because that's my homework that I need to get done.
Good.
And then I click done. And then I mark it as a checklist. And then I give it a folder. And out of work, home, and errands, it's more of work, because that's kind of like my job since I'm a student. And then I give it a priority. And I really need to get this done, so it's high.
Okay.
And then I think that was it.
That was it. Good.
Okay.
You remembered all the steps from last week. So now I'm going to show you the next step.
Okay.
So we're going to we assigned it a folder and a priority, and now we're going to scroll down the list a little bit more, and we're going to give it a due date for when's your homework due?
It's due tomorrow.
Okay, so we're going to click tomorrow's date on our calendar, and then we're going to set a due time for 8:30 a.m. when you start school.
Okay.
And then we're going to click this alert and make sure that green button is on, which will remind us. Okay. So I'm going to show you again.
All right.
So after we assign it a folder and a priority, we're going to give it a due date for tomorrow. We're going to set a due time for 8:30 when you start school. And we're going to make sure our green alert button is on. So now I want you to try. After we assign it a folder and a priority,
then go to the next step. Okay, so it's the due date, and my homework is due tomorrow. And then I don't remember if it's the alert next or if it's the time that it's actually due.
Okay, so let me show you again. So after we assign it a folder and a priority, we're going to assign it a due date for tomorrow.
Okay.
A due time for 8:30 a.m. when you start school. And we're going to make sure our green alert button is on.
Okay.
So let me show you again. After we assign it a folder and a priority, we're going to assign our due date for tomorrow, our due time for 8:30 a.m. when school starts, and an alert to make sure our green button is on.
Okay.
So now you try.
All right.
So we're going to start.
Oh, so we start with the due date, and my homework is due tomorrow.
And then we
go to the time, and school starts at 8:30, so that's when my homework is due. And then we go to the alert, and we get to make sure that the green button is on.
Good. Okay. So let's do that again. So we're going to start with.
Oh, so we start with the due date.
And
set that, and then what time it's due. 8:30. And then the alert. Make sure the green button is on.
Okay, good. So now we're going to start back where we're going to assign it a folder and a priority, and then I want you to go through that new step that we just did. So start with folder.
Okay, so folder, it's my homework, so I give it work. Priority, it's high, I really need to get it done. And then the due date, so it's tomorrow. And what time it's due, 8:30 because that's when school starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then the alert. And I make sure that the green button is on.
Good. So let's do that again and start at folder.
Okay, so I start at folder and I give it work. Then the priority, which is high. And then I go, oh, hey, I kind of just get to go down on a line.
You do. Yeah, it's in almost like a
Oh,
list.
okay. So since I just did priority, then I get to do due date because that's next.
Mm-hmm.
So I click tomorrow. And then it's due at 8:30 because that's when school starts. So I set that as my due time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also make sure that the green button is on for alert.
Good. All right, so do that again.
Okay. So I'm going to go from folder, and I give it work, and then I get to go down on a line with what's next. So priority comes next, and that's high.
And then you're gonna...
Oh, okay, and then I have to go to the due date. So it's due tomorrow, because I have to get my stuff done. And then school starts at 8:30, so it's due at 8:30 in the morning. And then I go to alert and make sure that the green button is on.
Good. So do it again. One more time.
Okay, so I go to folder, and then I give it work. And then I make sure that that priority is set and it's high since it's my homework and that's important. And go to due date. That's next on my list. Due tomorrow. It's due at 8:30 in the morning. Because that's when that's when school starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing is alert. And I make sure the green button is on.
Good. Okay. So now I want you to start all the way back at the beginning. And I want you to show me all the steps.
Okay. So first I get to try and find the app. So I find the errands app and I click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I press the plus add button. And I give my event a name. So it's my homework.
Mm-hmm.
And then I give it a description. So, and I said it was my Spanish homework that I had to get done. So I'm going to say Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Click done. And then I make it a checklist. So I click that button. And then I go to folder. And it's work because it's my homework.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like my job. And then I go to priority. And I make it high. And then I go to when it's due. And my homework is due tomorrow. And it's due when school starts, so the due time is 8:30 a.m., not p.m. And then I go to alert, and I make sure that the green button is on.
Great. All right. So now I'm going to distract you for a little bit, and then we're going to try again.
Okay.
So tell me about some of your pets.
Well, I have this awesome chicken, and its name is Rosita.
Really? A chicken?
Yeah.
How did you come upon owning a chicken named Rosita?
Well, one of my friends' families, they had some chickens, and they had this little tiny baby one that nobody wanted and everybody was picking on. So I got it, and I was super excited about it, and I really liked the name Rosita, and since it was a little baby girl chicken, I decided that fits. So I have my little chicken Rosita.
Good. All right. So now I want you to show me again from the beginning what you do with your app.
Okay, so I first find the app errands, and then I click on it. And I click on the plus button so that I can add my new event.
Mm-hmm.
And I give it a title. And I get my homework done. And then I describe that. And it's my Spanish homework. And I click done. And then I make it a checklist. So I click that button.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to folder. And I mark it a folder. So I'm going to make it work. Because school is my job. And then my priority is high. Then I go to due date, and my homework is due tomorrow, so I click tomorrow's date. And then I give it a due time, and since school starts at 8:30, I need to have my homework done by 8:30. So I put that down. And then I go to alert and I make sure the green button is on.
Good. All right. So that's all we have time for today, but that was really good, and we will pick up next time.
Okay.